Hey, what's up, family? This mental stimulant, and I'm coming through. I wanted to share something with you guys about your vibration, especially for those that are targeted in their everyday life, those that are gang stalked, etc. Along those lines. One thing about the people that know how energy work is they manipulate the energy, but they use you against you a lot of times. Like, for instance, those that are gang stalks, we know that they infiltrate your goings and comings, the places that you frequent, the people that you see every day, the people in your vicinity that are closest to you. Things are put in place to keep you upset, to keep you fearful, to keep you in those negative emotions, because what that then does is lower your vibration. So if any spiritual or energy manipulation is being done, it will make the attacks more readily able to work. I'm going to give a couple of examples. Some of you guys may have problems in your workplace with people that, just do annoying things just to keep you upset. People may tamper with your vehicle just to put obstacles in your way. They may even go as far as, paying certain people that you do business with to be unfair and unjust. All of these things to keep you emotionally upset. Because when you're emotionally upset, your vibration lowers. The higher that your vibration is, the more prayerful you are, the more upbeat you are, the less likely those spiritual attacks are able to affect you, at least in the way that they want them to. Of course, there's going to be things that irritate you and such, but you got to always shift the air around yourself, and it's easier said than done because you're flesh and blood, you're an emotional being, and sometimes it's harder than others to do. But I want you to put that in the back of your mind. No one has control over you. I don't care what's going on in the world, what's going on in your life, what is going right or not going right. You have control over you. And the first step is understanding that you're not going to allow anything to upset you, even when it starts to become a hindrance or seem like things are a burden. Shift your perspective, because you are your protection. The Creator is your protection, but you have to also have self-discipline. Shouldn't nobody be able to pull strings to keep you emotionally unsound, or be able to pull strings to where if you're having a good day, that they just manipulate your day to go from sugar to what. We have to get into the mindset of, it's going to be okay, despite of what it may look like and what's going on, because that's the first step to your protection, right along with your prayer life and your relationship with the Creator. All of these things keep you from being able to be attacked so harshly. It lightens the blow. I'm not saying that you're not going to get attacked. They're just going to find other things and different avenues to try to attack you and to have you emotionally unstable. Even for those that, you may have people that are close to you that are trying to create a narrative of you're mentally unwell, emotionally unwell. They'll also use these tactics for you to act out and to get so frustrated to where you go off, to be able to serve their narrative. Soon as you go off, they're going to say, see, we told you. They need to be medicated. They need to be locked away, etc., etc. Do not allow anyone to do that to you. And again, like I said, it takes practice and it takes some disciplining of self. You know, you got to have those self-talks, those motivational talks. You got to get resources of, you know, different things like the type of frequencies that can help you to be calm. Also, being aware that going out in nature and, you know, sitting in the grass, hugging trees, things like that, that keeps you grounded. Those are things that you should be utilizing to keep yourself stable. Do not let these people see you sweat under pressure. I don't care what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because all of these things are being used against you to just help them to torment you. So you have to be sound with yourself. You have to be sound with yourself. Despite of what's going on. You know, have regular self-talks with yourself. Speak life into yourself. Speak positively about self. Even when things are bad. Remind yourself that no matter what it looks like, everything is working out. Regardless of what is being done. You know, even if you cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know, you got to know that it's there. You know, I hope everyone is having a great day, you know, and also be mindful of what you intake as far as your foods and the things that you view on social media, on TV, things like that, you know, because all of this stuff is to work against us. They show you all this negative stuff, even down to the tarot readings, man. Because I see so many of the tarot readings, it's like they're all on the same wavelength. They're all on the same narrative of, oh, you're being attacked. This one wants to come back for reconciliation. Yeah, he screwed your sister, but he sees the error of his ways. All this stuff is to keep you emotionally imbalanced. And when you start seeing patterns like that, you gotta unplug. Again, I love you so much. Have a great day. Peace.